I'm back, and in case you are new to the Ink Path, my name is Clara, and I'm the creator of this YouTube channel dedicated to literature in both languages, Spanish and English. This is an English speaking video, so welcome. In case you are new, basically I randomly talk about books, and you are going to experience a kind of new video that I want to do that I call collage reviews, which is basically a mixing video talking about different books that I read and doing reviews about them. So I'm really glad to be here. I'm really glad that you are here, and I hope you enjoy your time with me. And if you are not new, if you are part of my family already, hi, it's really good to see you back. Well, we are not seeing each other, but you know what I mean. I hope you really enjoy these books that I'm going to show you today and the reviews I'm going to do about them. So, sit down and enjoy it. And of course, if you want to follow me, new or old subscriber, if you want to follow me on my social media, I leave everything down below. I also leave my Amazon wishlist, and I also leave my Goodreads profile if you want to see what I'm reading at the moment. So yes, I'm here and we're about to start. Ready? Let's go. It's the Spanish edition of In Real Life by Cory Doctorow y Yen Wang. This book tells a story of Amanda, a girl who goes to the high school but she's quite shy, and one day she receives a person in class, and this person is actually one of the creators of a role kind of game, online game, and it's very famous, this role play kind of game, and she invites a few kids of the school, of the high school, a few of the teenagers, to form a kind of only girls kind of group, and try this game. You know how role play goes. You have missions and you have to actually accomplish those, and then you get points and you can buy stuff like digital kind of fantasy stuff. And when Amanda joins to this group, she starts doing fine. She starts learning how to play, and she's really good. And there's a point in where she meets this other girl through the group who actually, apart from playing like normal kind of mission stuff, she actually works for other people and doing different kind of missions that involve killing off some other role plays, like other players kind of avatars. And she actually accepts that and joins to this quest with this girl. But one day she discovers that it's not only a game, that there's more to it than actually doing missions or killing off certain avatars of certain people, because she gets to talk to one of these players that she's supposed to actually vanquish, and she gets to know more deeply this work and this world that she's playing with. I think it's a really interesting comic, to be fair. It's true that maybe the plot is not as complicated as the other comics I'm going to show you, but this is a standalone, and I feel like for the kind of simplistic, if you want to call it like that, I don't consider it specifically simplistic. But it's true that the plots, it seems really simple. It's not like a grand kind of in-depth plot and plot line, but I feel like with this this short argument, this short plot, the authors are able to create a more deeper message, because it's not this book is not only about gaming, it's not only about roleplay, it's about social differences and cultural differences. And I feel like through this plotline, they are able to give a really important message with a lot of impact. So I praise both of them. Cory Doctorow because of the plot, and Yang Wang because the images are just beautiful. I'm going to try and show you this so you are able to see some of the work. I don't know, for instance, this is Amanda's avatar in this game. As you can tell, it follows like the images from the front of the cover, and also the style matches the back as well. In January, I started January reading, I don't know if you're able to see it because like that, The Wicked and the Divine, and I'm going to cheat in this one because I always get really confused with all the names, so I will read them for you if you don't mind. Kieron Gillian, Jamie McKelvey, Matthew Wilson, and Clayton Cole, with Hannah Donovan, Chrissy Williams, Dee Cunniffe, and Nathan Fairbairn. I'm probably butchering those names, but to all these people, to all the people who created this first volume of The Wicked and the Divine, that is actually called The Faust Act, thank you. The biggest thank you ever, because if in real life was my beginning into, comic and graphic novel officially, like I was willing to get deeper, this is actually the reason why I decided to stay. This is a great graphic novel who tells the story of a few gods that apparently every 90 years they go back to Earth, and they take the human bodies of people who later become music stars, and these music stars are very, very adored or hated, but there's no middle ground in between. And these huge celebrities live during like 3 years and then they die. So we have to wait other 90 years for them to reincarnate in other different people who actually become new celebrities and so on. So at the beginning of the story we have Laura, which is a normal mortal, and she goes to a concert of one of these gods, and of course the idea of them being gods is a little bit of a, people consider it true, other people consider it like propaganda for their like selling more, and this girl really believes that they are gods, so she goes to one of these concerts of one of the artists, and because of luck, she ends up being in backstage with the rest of the gods of the whole gang actually, and she sees a media like meeting with these gods. A journalist talks to them, interview them, all of them, and then an event happens that links Laura with the rest of the gang, because she wants to help one of them in particular, and the whole gang as a whole. So it's a very trepidant, weird story, very complex, and I read it in English because we don't have it in Spanish yet. But I have to admit that I have to read this in a second chance kind of meeting with this book, because the first time I read it I was a little bit burnt out because I had a lot of work and I wasn't concentrating and I wasn't catching all the messages and all the plot twists that this volume has. But I have to admit that the second time I read it, when I read it, actually the second try I did, that was in January, I was blown away by it. I feel like the complexity of the plots is really well done. I was a little bit lost at the beginning, but it's cool because you are lost and you are still reading it. You feel intrigued by the idea of all the notions that all these characters are telling you about being a god or being important or being part of something greater, and then you continue reading because you don't know what's going on or why Laura is so invested, and all these people are a little bit like over, the normal guys, and then you get to the point where you get to empathize with these celebrities that are actually gods, but the characters are complex and they have facets. They are not black and white. You can actually see them struggling with the idea of being these kind of music gods, but also the idea of enjoying this kind of, elite jet set kind of status, and Laura trying to help them out and trying to understand. I don't know, I love this. And behind all that, for me, the thing that carries these different aspects so well is the idea of the suspense, of not knowing what happened at the beginning of the story, not knowing who caused this chaos, and being able to follow this investigation with a normal, ordinary girl that has no superpower or no divinity whatsoever. And I love that. I love the idea of maybe it's Laura, but it could be me. It could be me joining this marvelous gang that I don't actually comprehend, that I don't actually understand. And I love that idea of finding myself in Laura's shoes. And also, there's a huge cliffhanger at the end of this volume. I cannot wait to buy the following ones because they're just pure gold, pure gold. I want to thank Sam from Thoughts on Toms for recommended. Well, she recommended to the whole people who watch it, but because of her I picked this up, and as always she never fails me when it comes to books. So now I recommend it in case that you don't know it by now. I recommended it to you. Really good book. By the way, I'm going to try and show you a few, color or a few drawings so you can see. I must say this comic is for adults, so there's a lot of violence, very graphic violence, and also a lot of reference to sex or jokes related to that topic. So if you are a teenager, I would wait a little bit. If you are not an adult, I will wait a little bit for reading this. Also, I would wait because I feel like without being an adult, some of the jokes or the references are really hard to follow. So I will recommend you to wait. And I'm trying to find one that doesn't give too much away. And it's quite weird too. Because all of this is huge and important. So let me see. Let's go with this. This is kind of the style that goes with the book, depending on which gods it's actually talking or more in the spotlight. You can see, for example, and this is the last book I read. I read it in one night. I just finished The Wicked and the Divine, and I start this one back in January. In case you don't know which book this is a graphic novel, the volume 1 of a really important graphic novel lately, which is Saga. As I said, volume 1. Saga is created by Brian K. Vaughan, I hope it's how you pronounce it, and Fiona Staples. I read this one night because I couldn't hold myself, and I adore it. I ended up going to bed really late, but I really like it. In case you are wondering, this edition is the Spanish edition, but as you can tell, it keeps the original cover, although in my case it's a hardback and it's published by Planeta Comics, which is a division of a really important publisher company called Planeta. I am not being sponsored by any of the publisher companies that I mentioned. This is only my own opinion, and I have to say I adore this novel. Again, as the previous one is for adults, so the content is quite mature in violence and reference to sex, but even though that is not like an issue to actually follow a great plot related to family, survival, and the importance, I guess, of being surrounded by people you love and you care about, and I think that's beautiful. This tells the story of Alana, which is this woman over here, and Marco, which is her husband. Both of them actually belong to different planets that are actually at war, and it's a really cruel war. So when they met, they have like really a connection. So they run away together, and they have a child, which is the child that you see well, in Alana's arms, and they decide to survive. So this whole first volume is about their way out of one planet and trying to survive so they can start a family in a safer place. And I have to say I adore it, because it's not only about them, it's about the political intrigue that goes behind that war, and all the people that actually get involved in the conflict beside from them, and how they discover more things about themselves and about their relationship they have. And I really like it. I read it in one sitting. I couldn't put it down. I cannot wait to read the next volumes that are actually happily published as well in Spanish, but I need to find place in myself first for that. So yes, I highly recommend this. Well, this is it. This is my first kind of reviews, collage reviews. I hope I can come to you soon with more individual reviews, but in case that I have a lot of stories to tell, I prefer to place it in one like varied kind of different review videos, so you can actually enjoy different content. But this is it for me today. I hope you have an amazing week, and if you want to follow me on my social media, I leave everything in the info box down below. I will also leave my Amazon wishlist if you want to see what I'm after lately, and you can always like and subscribe. And if you're new in the family, I'm really glad that you joined. Thank you. I appreciate everything you write in the comments, and I don't know, which comics have you read recently? Maybe you can recommend me some. Bye.